Hi and welcome to my channel. This is Jona Tarot and Astrology, and today we are gonna see any channeled messages that would like to reach you today. What messages would the universe want you to hear today? So without further ado, let's start. I will be using tarot cards today. Any messages that are coming through for you today? Nine of Wands. Have you been resisting something? On the bottom of the deck we have Five of Pentacles, and there under the Five of Pentacles we have Knight of Wands. Maybe you've been resisting on moving on from something that has been creating some heartbreak or feeling of abandonment for you. Has there been something that you have left not said? Something that you wanted to communicate but you haven't? Nine of Cups. Nine, we have nine twice with the Wheel of Fortune here on the bottom of the deck. You have been contemplating on some form of change, but you haven't been able to have the courage to step forward and make it. You have been in this type of comfort zone. You are kind of happy but not really fulfilled, because when we look at the tarot, how it goes from 1 to 10, and 10 of Cups is the absolute fulfillment in happiness sense, in the emotional sense. But we have 9, which is like you're happy alone, but is that truly something that is giving you fulfillment? Are you truly honest with yourself, with what you want and what type of life you want to create for yourself? Okay, 2 cards popped out. We have Queen of Wands and the Moon. Are you hiding yourself and your true potential from something? Again, we have Page of Swords, underneath the back. The Queen of Wands usually represents somebody who's very attractive, very courageous, very brave and very sure in themselves. It represents the feminine energy of the Wands, and the Moon is something that is hidden in our, it also rules our subconscious, or hidden things, even lies. So maybe you have been hiding yourself from something that you want to do. It's like I feel a bit of pressure in my throat chakra, so I don't know if there's something that you want to really speak up but you haven't, or be truly authentic with yourself, but due to circumstances or self-limiting beliefs, you haven't been doing that. We have Justice. On the bottom of the deck we have Seven of Wands. Again, that resistance energy. Something is unbalanced. Something is imbalanced here. 3 of Wands and the Chariot. There's a desire to move forward, but for some reason you're not allowing yourself to do it, or the circumstance right now is not in favor. And you've been for a long time contemplating of taking this step, but for some reason you have been holding yourself back. I don't know if there is a lack of self-esteem to speak up your truth, because Justice also represents the truth and is underneath the Queen of Swords. Again, authenticity, something that has been on your mind for a long time. This reading is highly encouraging you to find that courage, find that authenticity within you to speak up on something. We have 2 of Wands. Decisions. Again, you have been between 2 choices. Do I leave the old and step into the new, or do I stay in the old and forget the new? On the bottom of the deck we have Judgment. Sorry for the Finnish descriptions here. I have some tarot cards that have English text here, but I prefer to use this because I feel much more connected with these cards. These are actually my very first cards that I ever got for when I got into tarot. And you can see they're all baffled, very old ones, but I feel deeply connected with them, so I like using them. enough of myself, going back to you. Again, judgment is like a wake-up call. I don't know, I think the pressure that you have been living in it's like when you look at pressure cooker, and the longer you let it cook, well, the riper the food will be. But if you let it burn, is it edible anymore? So I don't know if there's something that is like, now is the right time to take some form of action, but you're still holding yourself back and you're not being honest with what you actually want from life. And I think it's stepping from some form of confidence issue that you're not sure about yourself. But I think this reading is encouraging you to take the leap of faith. Okay, let's take some final bit of message that wants to come through here. Any guidance for this viewer? I'm mixing words, it's very late, sorry. For the viewer. Okay, we have Page of Swords, which also is the sword energy here of thinking and speaking. With Temperance on the bottom. Again, we have the tools. There's two cups. Then we have the scales. And then we have the Two of Wands here. So again, some form of choice. You need to be honest and look maybe from a detached view. Like look yourself from your life in a spectrum. From like you're here in the middle right now. Look at yourself into the past and into the future. And look at the past. How long have you been keeping yourself stuck in that situation, whatever it is for you? And has that made you actually happy? How long have you wasted your precious time and energy on something that hasn't been truly giving you fulfillment? I mean, it has given you a bit, it has given you something, but not the full-on 10 cups, which definitely we all have access for. But I think that in life many times we are meant to face our deepest fears, and whatever that fear is for you is different for mine and then the guy next to me. But the key is to identify the self-limiting beliefs and the fears that we create for ourselves, that then we hold on to them, we hold on to those fears, and we are not letting ourselves to actually experience the life that we would want, because we are talking ourselves out of it, because we have the source here again. And funnily enough, I'm kind of imagining this guy. You see the cloud here? It's almost like this speaking bubble thing. So I don't know, there's like, sometimes it's good to take a step back and look at our life like, okay, this has been my situation so far. Here is where I am right now, and this is my future. What I would like my future to actually entail. Is it something that I want to track, the past that I've been living, the near past? Is that something that I want to continue taking to the future? Or is this the time that I take some type of bold decision and bold movements towards something that would be more fulfilling? And I'm not saying that you need to take like heroic jumps and leaps. It can be just little things like, for example, speaking. Speak up, speak what you actually want. What is the things that actually set your soul on fire? What are the things that you actually want to do in life? And instead of holding them back and being in this kind of people-pleasing mode or doing the things that people expect you to do, is to step up and speak that this is the type of life that I want. These are the things that I want for myself. And this is the work that I would want to be doing to achieve that type of life that I'm imagining for myself. It can be just that. Or changing the thinking process of going from the lack mentality to abundant mentality. Going from the I am not good enough to I am good enough, and I am the best version of myself, or I will be the best version of myself. And those type of little steps will help you to detach from the energy that is like heavy and muddy and keeping you stuck towards something that is more fulfilling for you. Let me take one more card just as a advice for you here, or anything that comes through here to wrap it up. Okay, we have Seven of Cups. And Seven of Cups represents choices or illusions or confusion. It also rules things like imagination or even spirituality, because the ruler of this card, when we go to astrology, is Pisces. I think whatever the situation has been for you has been creating a lot of confusion. maybe that overthinking, maybe there's a need to ground yourself a bit. Because I think that if we overthink and there's too much activity in our heads, then we are not seeing clearly. But this queen is seeing clearly. She's above the clouds, that it represents the confusion here. So I don't know, some type of grounding activities. Doing something that helps you to see clearly what is the situation, what is the things that you actually want, and remove those implanted thoughts, maybe coming from the external world of how you should be, who you should be, what you should be doing, yada yada yada, and try to clear that and tap more into your own energy and listen to yourself and that voice inside you that is desperately needing your attention. And then clearing that fog, you will see much clearer on how I want to move my life forward. But there's definitely some form of decision and stepping for authenticity is required for going forward in some form or fashion. Whatever this situation for you is different for each individual, but I'm drawn to these people holding the swords, and swords represents the truth or communication, but in this case the truth. It's time to bring the truth to the table. Okay, well, this was kind of short and quick and to the point, but I hope this was encouraging. Maybe this has been something that you've been stuck for some time, because 9 of Wands is very persistent energy. So maybe this is something you've been stuck in a long time. But I think this is a call to arms action type of reading. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I will definitely see you hopefully in the next video. So bye bye.